Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4 Episode 11. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. And if you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all please share my channel, share with a friend, subscribe to the channel, like the video, okay? Because I've been looking at them likes and I'm like, child, not 5 likes for 50,000 views. Child, let's get into it. Only like it though if you get something out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Because, honey, this episode right here, child, I was about to fall asleep like Melody was falling asleep in the car with Tiffany, honey. It was giving snooze fest, okay? And this episode let me know that this show may be on its last leg. I don't know exactly the direction that it's going, but it's giving boring. It's giving, unless we're having confrontation about the same things we were having confrontation about from season 1, it's giving absolutely nothing. When the episode first opens up, Tiffany is at home with Lewis and he comes in to see how she's doing. Baby, she gave him a look so good. Child, if looks could kill. Did y'all see the way she was looking at him? She was like, I'm fine. Girl, are you? Well, why are you staring a hole through this man? Child, she was really shooting daggers with them eyes. So she's telling him that she's not ready, to figure out about her biological father, and she doesn't want her parents to feel disrespected. And she said that she's not sure how they're going to take it. But she is doing this for her son because he's her only blood relative, and she doesn't know her medical history or anything like that because she doesn't know any of her actual biological family. So she's telling Lewis when she was a little girl, she would try to find a person in the grocery store that looks like her. Child, not spot that parent. Moving forward. So then her parents arrive and she tells them that she's ready to find her biological father, and her adoptive mother said, it's totally up to you. Okay, we will not stop you. We know you want to find your biological parents. She said she had a similar experience looking for her father in her 30s because her mom would always tell her that she was part Native American, and she just really wanted to figure out what I was doing, right? But she said she had a stepfather and she referred to him as her dad. Okay, he was her dad and she referred to him as such. Child, I know that's right. You know what? It takes an elite man to step into the father role for a child that's not biologically theirs. Because, honey, it's a lot of crazies out here. I see them every day. See me, I'm too paranoid to do it, honey. I mean, I know it's some good ones out there, but child, my mind and my nerves, I can't. And I only got one, too? Absolutely not. I have to protect my child at all costs, honey. It ain't happening over here. But it does take a special person to step into their role, and that's for moms, too. If you're a mom and you're stepping into a relationship with a single father and you're being the mother figure for that child, that takes a special person. So her dad said, he was kind of sad when he knew that she had found out that she was adopted because he thought that meant that Tiffany wasn't going to love him anymore and she would eventually find her mom and dad and they wouldn't see her no more. That is so sad. You know what? That really touched me because I know that has to be a real fear. And I don't know if I told y'all, but I was looking into adoption, but it was paused at the height of the panini and whatnot. And I just never revisited it. But I do think about that, like, what about when they get older and they're going to want to find their biological parents? And I mean, I don't know if I would be ready for that. So I really understood what he was saying. But he also said that he realized thinking that way was wrong. And that made him feel a little bit better about the situation. So Tiffany said, listen, in her confessional, these are my chosen parents. They chose me. I'm grateful that they chose me. It's not about replacing them. I just want to figure out where I'm coming from. Okay. So she starts telling them about when she met her mom, and her mom had told her that this man was her biological father. So she at work and one night, honey, getting into her work and she get into it, and then she gets a phone call and they let her know it's 99.99999% you are not the father. It was given very much Maury. Oh my goodness. So her dad was like, oh, really? Tiffany's like, yeah, I didn't tell y'all that. Ma'am, that's not something you tell them on camera. Sometimes Tiffany ain't got no sense, child. I swear. So Lewis was like, well, you know what? Y'all are her chosen family. Y'all have loved on her. I saw it from the minute that I met you all. So I feel like it's okay if she finds out, and it's okay if she doesn't. And I just want to say this. I know that Tiffany is not a fan favorite, but this was such a sweet scene to me. Okay, it really did touch me. And I know people don't really care for her, Tiffany and her cardigans and whatnot, but this scene was very touching. I have to say, I felt like it was genuine. Her sitting down with her parents and letting them know that she wants to find her biological father, it did seem genuine. Now, this storyline, child, they could have kept it. They could have done this, outside of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Moving forward. In the next scene, Tisha and Marsau go to Bessemer to meet Miss Wanda to look at this food truck. Baby, this thing is towed up from the floor up. Almost made me want to throw up. Miss Wanda, what is this? Now listen, I know Texas has lemon laws, but baby, this is condemned and it should be abandoned. Okay, it should be left right here in this auto mechanic shop or this field or wherever it is that y'all are meeting. Please leave this thing here. The inside of that truck looked like a horror film. And Miss Wanda gonna say, T-Man gonna be the cook. Quenisha, my cousin, she'll be the prep cook. And Tiffany, my other cousin, she gonna be the cashier. I'm sure it's giving very much Miss Wanda and the gang. Shout out to Candy. Carlos, let me tell you something. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. If I see Miss Wanda get a spinoff restaurant food truck wise, I'm calling Candy, honey. I'm getting Bravo on the line. I am getting Bravo on the line. So Marsau said, well, we don't never have to worry about it getting stolen. When I tell y'all all, because baby, they ain't gonna take that nowhere. And if they take it, child, they ain't gonna get far, child. Ooh, this is a fool. Ooh, this is a mess. So Marsau is asking the actual questions that need to be asked about what really matters, which is the transmission and the engine. Is it the little engine that could or it cannot? Please let us know something, honey, because it ain't making no sense. So the man was like, I'll talk to the mechanic and I'll get him to fix it right here and it's fine. This shyster saw Miss Wanda coming from a mile away. He probably hate Marsau even came, because he knows Marsau is going to ask the questions. And if Miss Wanda had the money, she would have handed a check right on over to this scammer and he would have been down the street and Miss Wanda would have been stuck with this piece of tin. Miss Wanda, you got to use your thinker, honey. You got to use your thinker. He said, well, how much is it total? So the guy was like $40,000. $40,000 for that piece of mess? Child, you can get a brand new one for $70,000. Now, I don't know if y'all watched Candy in the Gang, but y'all know Brian and his soul rolls. Shout out to Brian. He's looking for a food truck, right, on this one episode. So him and Melvin, they go to a food truck park. And so they're talking to the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, my food truck cost me $70K. So you mean to tell me that I'm going to give you $40,000 for this truck that doesn't even have an engine? Child, if you don't go. So Marsau goes, start it up. Let's start it up. If you start it up right now, I'll give you the money. The guy was like, no, I can't start it right now. Miss Wanda gonna say, well, we drove it here 45 minutes from my house. Miss Wanda got a little line problem, but y'all, we already knew that, y'all. Now, Miss Wanda now, ma'am, you just said it has been sitting here for a whole year. Now it's coming from your house? Girl, gone. This truck is giving either Backpage or Craigslist. Y'all know how they used to have them things on Craigslist and scam you out of your money. You send them a down payment, child, and you never hear from the people again. And that's what this truck is giving me. You better go look for something pre-owned. $40,000? That is insane. Marsau is actually being a smart businessman, and Tisha is like, well, you want to go back in business with Martell, and he tried to destroy our family. All that mess stemmed from him. Touche. Okay, touche. All the mess did stem from him. So that means that you need to distance yourself from Hotel just like Kimmy did. Oh, and speaking of Hotel, let me just usher in this disclaimer. Somebody commented, which it's been deleted and they've been blocked, that I stole the name Hotel from someone else. Let me just make it very clear for all you out here listening and any person that might listen and repeat it afterwards. Hotel Holt was created by me. Please check previous reviews, honey. Nobody was calling Hotel the hoe that he is besides me. That name originated on this channel. So when you hear it, if you say it, child, please give us a shout out, honey. And whoever that was that came down in my comments, please do your research before you come over here talking about things that don't matter, honey. Don't make me get you together. Moving forward. So then Tisha is like, we flip houses. We make things that are ugly beautiful. Tisha, That is true, but you can't make no money if this truck is on the side of the road smoking, honey. That's not the same thing. A little cosmetic paint and a new piece of plumbing is totally different. This has to show up as the main attraction every day. And if she cannot drive it from point A to point B, then what is the point? And girl gone. Oh, and another thing. He keeps Martell closer. Child, y'all know the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Honey, he ain't no fool. Tisha, the bottom line is this. This is not a good investment on this particular truck. It's just not, child. Try again. In the next scene, Mel and Tiffany are on their way down the street, child, dressed for two different events, because they definitely ain't going nowhere, child. And I did think that was cute what Mel had on. I was like, okay, girl, you look cute. But anywho, they're talking in the car, and Tiffany is like, I want to know about my family because me and Lewis are thinking about having another baby. Sure, y'all ain't having another baby. Moving forward. She's like, girl, you know I'm getting my IUD out, but I'm trying to decide if I want to take it out, if I want to put it back in. And again, Tiffany, girl, please. So Mel is like, well, what does Lewis think? Like, what's his perspective on having a baby? She was like, well, he says I don't have time now. So Mel was like, well, girl, you better listen to him. Mel, didn't Hotel tell you the same thing after you had your last child and you got in that play with that shaman lady or whatever she was, child? Y'all remember when Mel got in that play and Martell was like, you're never here. You don't have enough time for us. And she had just had her brand new baby. But I guess hindsight is 20/20, honey. But you did the same thing, child. Just do what you're going to do. She's like, he ain't talking for no reason. And Tiffany's like, yeah, I know he's not talking for no reason. But at the same time, I still do a lot for him. Like, you know, I still go to work and give BJs on non-holidays. So what else does he want, honey? And what else is going on? It's basically what Tiffany and her kitten heels was trying to say. So she was like, well, I mean, I just feel like you should listen to him. So what does he enjoy? And Tiffany basically said nothing. She was like, girl, he don't enjoy nothing. He don't like to travel. He don't like to do nothing else. Is it just me? Or does it seem like Tiffany on her way out when it comes to Lewis? Do y'all see it? Because I definitely see it. The way she rolled her eyes when he walked in the room, the way she replaced him with Mel to go on down there and stand on the corner at the newspaper stand, all of that, she ready to get rid of him, child. And she ain't fooling me. So she's like, you know, well, a baby's going to have to force him to travel. Mel said, no, because he's going to be at home and be like, I'm going to stay at home with the baby while you travel. So they're going back and forth and back about that. And Tiffany is talking, and they got this lullaby music playing, and baby Mel is out like a light. When I tell you, that girl was like, night, night. Oh, my goodness. That's rude as hell. That is rude as hell. But listen, Tiffany's monotone voice was giving sleepy time tea. I ain't gonna lie to you, honey, because I almost nodded off. But it wasn't just because of Tiffany, honey. It was because of this episode as a whole. I had to watch this episode 3 times. Carlos Kane, you can feel free to take breaks every other Saturday if it ain't nothing to give us. Honey, because I don't want to see what I saw at the end of this episode, not never again. Child, let's continue. In the next scene, they show up to the newspaper place, and baby, this country music playing. Child, and it had me cackling. Baby, that music had me cackling. Oh, honey, y'all know I can't never be serious. Honey, I can't never be serious. Okay, child, let me get myself together. So they point Tiffany in the direction of the papers from 1987. Tiffany, quit playing with these people, honey. So they're looking through the paper, but they're not getting anywhere. Probably because y'all should be looking in the 1977 papers. Not no dang on 1987. And y'all might need to be looking in the 67s. I'm not about to play with Tiffany. So Mel sees a guy sitting over in the corner, and she's like, his name is John. And she's like, how long have you been here? And he said that he's been there since 1976. Okay, so that sounds about right for Tiffany. Tiffany, y'all probably went to school together. Girl, ask him what he knows. So Mel is like, well, we're trying to figure out who her mom was friends with, you know, maybe people she hung out with, maybe people she would know. And so he tells her that white people were not in public schools after 1968. He said basically the black people took over, and they took over the schools as well. So the white people built their own private academy, and the academy isn't open anymore. So Tiffany was like, well, can we find someone that could tell us anything? And he's like, you would have to find the white person that was in charge. Oh yeah, they're going to find that person. Child. He said about that time, if you were in an interracial relationship, you were subject to being lynched. So the way his math is going and the way Tiffany's math is mathing, either the adoptive parents are lying to Tiffany, the birth certificate had a 1 missing in front of it, something is going on, child, but it ain't making no sense, child. It's just not making no sense. And as I'm watching this, honey, it's giving real Mississippi burning. And I was like, okay, we're going to have to get off this scene, baby, because it's making my nervous system bad. So they take this information because Mel feels like they've got enough. Mel's like, jinkies. So yeah, they get on out and they go where there's this barber across the street. Now, mind y'all, he already has a boom mic over his head. And Mel was like, look, there's a guy over there. There's somebody. Let's go talk to him. Child, okay. So they see this man, Marcus. Tiffany is like, are you from here? Because I just want to ask you a few questions. You know, I'm trying to find my biological dad. And she shows him a picture of her mom. He's like, yeah, I know her. She's white. And she used to hang out with this other white girl. And they used to be around the black guys all the time. Marcus, let me find out you Tiffany daddy and you dodging that back child support and you ain't fooling me. And baby, you ain't fooling me. Marcus, you know what's happening. He said, yeah, you know, I met her when she was pregnant. Listen to me, y'all. That town ain't no bigger than nothing. So Marcus, either you are the father or you know who the father is. Talking about, yeah, I know her, but I can't remember her friend's name. We don't care about her friend's name. Sir, who was she associated with? You said she hung around the black guys. Are any of them in the barbershop? Because, child, we need to know. Tiffany was like, well, did they know that she was pregnant with a brown baby? He was like, yeah, I don't know about that. This whole thing was a pieced together scripted mess. Moving forward. So Tiffany and Mel get back in the car and she's like, this was good, girl. We leaving here with some juice. Child, not y'all went down the street to the newspaper stand and talked to the fat man across the street at the barbershop. Y'all could have searched around online for that. Honey, they got Ancestry.com, DNA.com. Is this your mama.com? Is this your daddy.com? Girl, you could have done all of this online. Ugh. In the next scene, it's the night of Wanda's show enough sipping see, and she's cooking her food from her food truck for the family to try to convince Marsau to invest. This is another scene that was completely scripted. I am sure after 16 years, Marsau has tasted your food. It's that truck he does not want to invest in. This scene seems like a prep for a spinoff to me. Did y'all see how it was set up and how they popped all those things on the side of that food truck? Because Tisha family ain't never got this much screen time. And I do mean never. So her brother T-Man is introducing the food truck cashier Tiffany to his girlfriend. This is another thing that was unnecessary. T-Man, when did you become a main character? Where was Kimmy? Where was Maurice? Even though, you know, Maurice don't really give us much. But where was he? Where was Destiny? Destiny, listen. I don't know, girl. I think your time might be up. Because I feel like they giving Tiffany more airtime than they giving Destiny. How that work? Mind y'all, T-Man is going through a divorce. Okay, he's going through a divorce. So he tells Tiffany that his girlfriend, Krishana, is pregnant. And she was looking at him like, I know you've been lying. I did not want you to tell nobody. So she got mad. And then he gonna say, I'm sorry, baby. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Y'all know what it was giving? It was giving real Ezell vibes. When he, you know, yelled to the neighborhood that Smokey was over there taking a dump. Smokey over here on the side of the house taking a dump. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. That's what it was giving me. He was giving very much Ezell. He really was, child. So then he goes to talk to Tisha in this god-awful wig. Tisha, this wig is a fool. It's shiny. It's giving synthetic. It's crimped in the back like you had it braided and then you took it down. I didn't like it. We need a little dry shampoo or something to tone down that sheen. And he's like, well, you know, I'm just getting out of divorce and I didn't really recover myself. And say, what now? Okay. I swear this family make up anything to say. You didn't recover yourself? What are you talking about? He's like, you know, I just jumped into a relationship and she's pregnant. Tisha said, you ain't using protection? This man gonna say, no, that's the old days. Carlos, remove T-Man off my TV. Okay, saying all this stupid, irresponsible foolishness. It could be young, impressionable people watching this show. This don't make no sense to me. I know the panorama changed some things, honey, but we still wear protection. And some of us, in some cases, are wearing masks per the CDC. Boy, if you don't go. So Tisha is like, well, you know, HIV is real. Please say it again, honey. Ew. Child, no wonder your wife getting a divorce. So Tisha in the confessional, she was like, I just feel like it's irresponsible because he's going through a divorce and he's always complaining about finances. That's why he want that truck to help with them finances. At least Tisha was trying to tell him the real and tell him right from wrong, child, but he ain't listening. Then out of nowhere, here come cousin Bernard. Marsau, hey, you embezzlement now. You don't stand a chance. Sir, what are you talking about? And baby Bernard got on his best blazer. Ooh, a little chain with a stone in it. He been waiting for this moment his entire life. Do y'all hear me? Marsau said, what? He said, you against Dominicans. You remember you called me a Dominican, man? You remember a Dominican? And at first I was thinking he meant Dominican. And I was like, now he calling them Dominican. This man meant minion. Marsau said, I said minion. I'm not about to play. I am not about to play. Oh my goodness. Our conversation would have ended immediately, honey, because immediately, no, I would not have had another conversation with him. Over at the table, Tiffany, Tisha's cousin, is telling her that she's also going through a divorce. It's okay, girl. Happens to the best of them. Back with the Dominican and crew, they're trying to get to the bottom of Marsau's back. Child, Marsau's cheating. Child, the twins all over him. The Dominican is over him. The head Dominican. It's just too much going on. I'm not going to get this too much energy because this was staged. Okay? It was given very much staged. Nowhere in real life would an entire family stand around and talk about this mess out loud like this in a circle. Everybody just standing up, ganging up on somebody's husband. Okay, Carlos, if you want me to believe that, child. So her brother is like, you're a stone-blooded liar. Sir, what does that even mean? Ugh. I feel like they don't know the meaning of words. Like, what are you saying? He's a stone-blooded liar. Like, boy, be quiet. So Marsau is lying, trying to explain, talking about I posted a picture. And then Chris, the guy who I went to dinner with, he also posted a picture. Marsau, you might want to leave the pictures alone, honey, because Chris posted his own receipt and he was definitely in New York City. Okay, he was not with you. I'm just saying. So here comes Tisha, skinning and grinning. Girl, listen to me, Tisha. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Scripted or not, keep your family at bay. Okay, I know they watch the show and they look on YouTube and they see all the receipts and all the blogs talking about it and whatnot. I know Marsau can hold his own, and you know Marsau gonna be Marsau, but this is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. But Tisha loving every minute of it, child. She love when they pipe up and speak their speech all over Marsau. She loves it. So she was like, listen, y'all, I'm smart. I know how to do my research. Bernard gonna say, I beg to differ. Sir, come again. Not you beg to differ. Marsau said, I don't know who Bernard is. Well, child, whoever he is, he trying to be seen, just like the rest of them. So then Miss Wanda tells them to beat their feet and come and eat. And so they get their potatoes and they get ready to sit down and eat and whatnot. So here come T-Man over there talking to Miss Wanda. And he's telling her, he done told everybody that Krishana is pregnant. She's like, well, you need to get a divorce first. That's news to me. You said it was a possibility. You didn't say that she actually was pregnant. He's like, well, you know we got to get this food truck up and running now. Do you not work? That food truck is going to be her food truck. You as a cook, that ain't going to be enough to take care of your family. So clearly you don't have a job. That's why they want Marsau around. Child, I wouldn't get them nothing. Do you hear me? Because they the type of people to spend your money like they worked for it. I can't stand that. You don't get entitled with my bank account. Child, that's crazy. So they're at the table. And T-Man tells Marsau, yeah, it's going to be lit when we get the food truck up and running. So Marsau is like, yeah, I just feel like putting all that money into a food truck and not knowing if it's going to work. Nah, I'm not down for that. Here come Bernard again. Now you being cheap and you don't want to support Minikin. Shut the hell up. Shut up, sir. Y'all know what he seemed like? He seemed like one of those uncles that be at the family function like, you got some change on you? You got a dollar on you? I want to walk to the store and give me a single cigarette. Oh, my goodness. Don't he seem like he buys single cigarettes? Oh, child. Oh, that Minikin was all over the place. Mr. Bernard, sir, please calm down. It's not his job to support your entire family. And how you going to delegate where somebody else's money go? He just talking out loud, honey, the whole time. Marsau just steady eating, paying him dust, ain't paying him no attention. And then Kiki walks in. To be continued. And that was the end of the episode. I don't want this again, Carlos. This episode was a waste of time. Now I got to go over here and see what Love and Marriage DC talking about, and I really don't want to do that. I really just need a break from on. From Friday to Sunday, it's on, and more on. And I need to be on my own for just a few moments. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.